Okay, so practicing aparigraha or non-covetousness today. So starting with a centering, sitting nice and tall, just lift the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back, release them down, and then invite the eyelids to close and take a nice long, easy breath and exhale. Big sigh. Good again, long, easy in breath and exhale, just sigh it out. And as we reflect on the yama of aparigraha or non-covetousness, noticing where that lands for you and where in your life are there things that you desire? Is it for material objects? Is it for power? Is it for fame? What is it that you covet? And who might you be without that? We're often so looking for things outside of ourselves to validate ourselves. But when we let go of that we're able to see more clearly our inner state and our inner world. So just reflecting on that. And as you look within today, just noticing what your physical state is today. Noticing the effects of movement, of exercise, travel. Notice the effects of what you've taken into the body, food and drink, medication, supplements. And then noticing what your emotional state is, just being present to the emotion or emotions that are most salient for you today. And then note too where the mind is. Is the mind distracted by issues in life or issues in the world? And as you note your state of being, noting what it is you'd like to receive from your yoga practice today. And set an intention for our time together. And then with awareness on that intention, taking the sound of the bell, following it to the end. Getting with the next in-breath. Let's lift up through the crown of the head. And then exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Release through the shoulders. And then roll the right ear up to the right shoulder, letting the left hand just hang down by the side to deepen the stretch on the left side of the neck. Good, then roll the chin back to neutral and switch sides. Bring the left ear up to the left shoulder. Good, and then release the chin back down. And then lift the chin up, draw the shoulders to the ears and tilt the chin up. And then open and close the jaw, just stretching out the neck. Noticing how the jaw feels today. Good, and then release the chin back down, relax the shoulders down. And then draw a figure 8 with the nose. And reverse direction. Gonna let that motion come to stillness. And now reach the left arm up and bring it behind you, and then do the right arm, bring it back. So like you're doing the backstroke, stretching that arm, stretching both arms up, back and down. Keeping the spine nice and long. And then reverse direction. So bringing the arms forward one at a time. Good, and then release that motion. And now bring the arms out in front of you and bring one elbow underneath the other, and then just lift and lower. So we're stretching the upper back. And then switch elbows. One other elbow on the bottom. Lift and lower. Good, and then release. And now let's bring the palms behind you. So lean back into the support of the arms, lift the chest up, and then just shift the weight side to side. Good, and then lift back up. And now bring one hand to the other knee, the opposite knee, sitting. Bring the other hand behind you, and then inhale, lift the torso up, exhale, twist. Good, and return back to center, and then same thing other side. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Good, and then return back to neutral here, and then slide the feet out in a V position. And then bring your left foot in by the right thigh. Good, lift the torso up, turn to your right leg, and then slide the hands down, lowering the chin down, and find your just right amount of stretch here. So noticing what's happening in the low back, in the back of the legs. Let's pause here for a few breaths and see where you can relax. So noticing where you're tensing, send breath right to that area, and as you exhale, let it soften. Good, and then release, lift the torso back up, and switch sides. Good, walk the hands down, the foot, lift the torso up, stretch the torso forward and down, lower the chin, find your stretch. So if you need to bend that left knee, bend the knee. If you need to have the hands a little higher up on the leg, so listening to your body. But find that point of maximum stretch, and as you exhale, let it soften. Good, and then release, walk the hands back, and then bring the feet together and stretch the legs out in front of you. And then let's point and flex, point and flex. And then circle the feet around the ankles. and reverse direction. Good, and now squeeze that right knee up to the chest. So keep the torso nice and long. And then lift that left leg up. Good, lower it down. And then lift that left leg up. Good, and lower it down. And now cross the right foot over the opposite thigh. Wrap the left elbow around the bent knee. And then reach the right arm out in front of you, sitting nice and tall. And then as you exhale, rotate clockwise, following your fingertips with your gaze, bringing that hand all the way around behind you, and then press the palm right behind the spine. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Good, and then release the hand back up, and then rotate it around back to center, and stretch that right leg out. And now same thing left side. So let's squeeze that left knee up to the chest, keeping the spine nice and long. Relax the shoulders down. Good, and then lift the right foot up. Lower it down, and then lift that right foot up. Lower it down. And then cross the left foot over the right thigh. Wrap the right elbow around the bent knee, and then reach the left arm out in front of you. Torso nice and tall. And then slowly rotate counterclockwise, following your fingertips with your gaze. And then bring the hand just behind the spine. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Good, and then release that arm up. Slowly rotate around. And then slide the foot out. And then bring the bottoms of the feet together. And then shimmy the sitting bones forward. And just gently rock side to side. Good, let that motion come to stillness. And now reach the elbows outside the shins and gently press the elbows towards you, feeling the stretch in the inner thighs. Good, and then release, bring the knees together. Let's lift the toes up, hands underneath your thighs, and then lift the chest up, press your torso against the thighs, and then slowly slide the heels away from you, keeping the torso forward, relaxing the shoulders down, and creating a stretch in the back of the legs, and finding your edge here. So the point where any more would be too much, but any less is not quite enough. Good, and then lift the torso back up, and let's swing around now onto the hands and knees, coming to table pose. So knees or hips width apart, hands or shoulders width apart, and the distance between the hands and the knees is the length of the spine. So check to see how long you think your spine is today. And then start by circling the hips around. And bringing awareness right inside the hips. Just noticing the range of motion. And then reverse direction. And let that motion come to stillness. And now do a little cat-cow tilt. So take in a breath, and as you exhale, arch the back, chin to chest, tailbone tucked under into cat. And then inhale, belly down, tailbone lifted, coming into cow tilt. Good, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Move with the breath and take awareness right down the length of the spine. Feeling the muscles on either side of the spine, getting a good stretch. And moving in rhythm with the breath. So at the top of the in-breath, you're in cow tilt with the head up, tailbone up. And then slight pause, and then start the exhale, tucking the tailbone under. Top of the out-breath, you're in full cat tilt with the head down. Slight pause. And then as you inhale, tilt the tailbone up, finding your way back to cow tilt. Good, and then return back to starting position with a flat back, head down. And then taking a breath, and as you exhale, bring the right ear to the right hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear to left hip. Inhale to center. Just moving with the breath. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Good, and then return back to starting position. And now step the knees together and bring the right knee just about an inch in front of the left knee, and then shift the hips back over the heels. And now walk the fingertips to your right. So here we're stretching out the left side of the back. Hold here. And as you breathe, just sense the left side of the back. Sense a deeper stretch. Good, then lift the hips up, walk the hands back to neutral, and then step the left knee forward. Shift the hips back over the heels, and then walk the fingertips to your left. So now, noticing sensations on the right side of the back. Breathe into the right right side. Good, and then lift the hips up, walk the hands back to table pose, and then let's step the knees so that the knees are a little wider than hips width, and then bring the big toes together and shift the hips back to extended child pose. So sit on the heels, knees are wide so the belly can rest between the knees, and then relax the forehead against the earth, stretching the arms out in front of you, extended child pose. Good, and then lift the hips up, step the knees together. And now let's move into pigeon by sliding the right knee in between the hands, sliding the left leg straight back, and then release the elbows to the mat. Gently rock the hips side to side. And then reach the arms away from you as you reach the forehead down. Take a long, easy breath here, and as you exhale, relax the right hip. Taking a breath as you exhale, relax the ribs. So hips are one of the first places we tend to store tension. So as you breathe, just direct the breath right to the hip area and exhale, let it soften. And then release, walking the hands back to either side of the front knee. Slide that right knee back. And before we do the other side, let's pause here and table. Just draw a little circle with the hips. And noticing the opening you've created on the right side. Good, so same thing other side. So step the knees together and then bring the left knee forward, right leg back. Reach the elbows down, interlace the hands, and then rock the hips side to side. Good, and then reach the arms away from you, reach the forehead down. Long, easy breath into the left hip, and as you exhale, let it soften. Good, then release hands to either side of the left knee. Slide that left knee back. And then bring the fingers wide. So stretch the fingers out on the mat. Unless you have wrist issues, and make fists with the palms. Press the ring side of the knuckles down and point the thumbs forward. But whichever hand position works better for you. And then step the knees back a few inches. Tuck the toes under and lift up to downward facing dog. So lift the tailbone up towards the sky, reach the heels down towards the earth, and feel the stretch in the back of the legs. And then very slowly bending the knees and walk the hands back if you're able, and until you're coming into a position with the feet flat and the hands just hovering above the mat. Then coming back to neutral, and then slowly uncurl into a standing position. Good. So let's take the feet about hips width apart, hands on the hips, and then circle the hips around. And then reverse direction. Good, and let that motion come to stillness. Good, release the hands, and then step the feet in a little closer so the inner feet are just slightly apart. And then shift the weight back and forth between the balls and heels. So exhale, rocking forward, inhale back. And then combine it with a hand movement, press away with the palms. Inhale, draw the hands back. Good, and then slowly release the hands back down. All right, so let's step over towards the left side of your mat. We'll move into moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. So this is a series of postures strung together in a vinyasa flow, and we're honoring the moon. So start with the hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Relax the shoulders down, torso's nice and tall. And then slowly rotate the fingertips towards the earth as you exhale. And on the inhale, reach the arms out to the sides and up, interlacing all but the index fingers. As you exhale, arch over to your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, arch over to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, step to your right, bend the knees, bend the elbows into goddess pose. Inhale into 5-pointed star. Exhale, shift over towards triangle pose. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, triangle other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fingertips to toes, opposite foot. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fingertips to toes, other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, step the right foot back to meet the left, hands interlaced. Exhale, half moon to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale, half moon to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, hands over the heart. And exhale, release. Good. So good lateral posture flow. So good opening up the ribs, the sides of the body. Very calming. So let's do that. We'll do it a few more times. So starting with the hands in Anjali Mudra, and just take it as slowly as you're calling for, and don't worry about syncing the breath up with the movement. Okay, so nice and tall, taking a breath. Exhale, fingertips to the earth. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, half moon to your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, half moon to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, step to your right. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, triangle to your right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, triangle to your left. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, fingertips to opposite toes. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, fingertips to toes, other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, step the feet together. Exhale, half moon. Inhale to center. Exhale, half moon. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands all the way down. Inhale, hands to heart. And exhale, release. And again, just pause here, noticing the signature effect of the posture flow. All right, let's do it one more time. So starting with the hands in Anjali Mudra, just reflecting on the moon. Taking a breath. Exhale, fingertips to the earth. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, half moon to your right. Inhale to center. Exhale, half moon to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, step to your right. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, triangle to your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, triangle to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fingertips to opposite toe. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, fingertips to opposite toes. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Inhale, feet together, hands together. Exhale, half moon. Inhale to center. Exhale, half moon. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, letting go. Again, pause, just maybe close the eyes and take in your state of being. Practicing aparigraha, not grasping for anything, but just being and sensing what is. We'll step the feet a little wider than hips width. Raise the arms up in front of you to shoulder height or so, and then slowly bring the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, hinge forward at the hips as you raise the arms up behind you. You can relax through the back of the neck unless you have uncontrolled high blood pressure or glaucoma, then keep the head at heart level or above. Posture of standing yoga mudra, a posture of surrender. Think of something you're willing to surrender here. Good, and then bend the knees, lift the torso back up, and then release the hands and step the feet together, and then shake, shake, shake. So let's move to a position sitting on the mat, and we'll do a little spinal rocking. So bring the hands underneath the thighs, and then just gently rock back, either up to the waist or up the full length of the spine. Good, and now rock onto the back, and then thread the arms inside in between the legs. So separate the knees, bring the hands inside, and then take hold of the feet. One hand on each foot as you're able, and then just gently rock side to side in happy baby pose. Good, and now release the arms out to the sides, bring the knees together, and then slowly lower the knees over to your left, stacking the right knee on top of the left. And then check the low back with your right hand. If there's an arch in the spine there, lift the knees a little closer to the chest, and then turn the head to your right. Nice long, easy breath here. And as you exhale, relax the right hip. Take another breath. As you exhale, relax the ribs. Taking a breath. As you exhale, relax the shoulder. Good, and then lift the knees back to center. And then same thing other side. Roll the knees over to your right. Stacking the left knee on top of the right. And check the low back with your left hand. If there's an arch in the spine, lift the knees a little closer to the chest. And then turn the head to your left. Arms out in a T position. Pause here and let that left hip relax as you exhale. Taking a breath. As you exhale, relax the ribs. Taking a breath. As you exhale, relax the shoulder. Good, and then lift the knees back to neutral. And then listen to the body. What would the body like to do in terms of stretching and completing your practice before moving into position for relaxation meditation? Are there any movements or adjustments? Before finding your way into Shavasana? And as you make your way into position for relaxation meditation, let the arms and legs rest a comfortable distance apart from the body. We reflect on our theme for today of aparigraha, or non-covetousness. Reminded of these words from Saint Francis, who says, "You are that which you are seeking." So just meditate on something that you are seeking. It might be love or power, wealth, or fame. The thrill of jumping out of a plane, just noticing what it is you're seeking. And then imagine that what you're seeking is already within you. What you seek is already within you. And as you breathe, just hold what you seek before your mind's eye, like a door you must enter. Noticing what it is you already have. Noticing what insights are available to you. And then from this place of inner attunement, just let your awareness come back to the fingers, back to the toes. And invite the body to stretch and move as though waking up for the first time today. Invite the body to return back to a seated position without disturbing your relaxation. Good. And then once again, sitting nice and tall, just bring the hands together in front of the heart and taking a breath, exhale, letting go, and acknowledge yourself for taking this time to nurture yourself in body, mind, and spirit. In gratitude for our time together, for our Sangha. Let's share in the ancient sound of peace and harmony, the sound of Om, by inhaling. Om, peace, peace, Om. Namaste. Thank you so much.